2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Waste Management Phoenix Open is about to kick off. Pleased you could join us for this first round action. Hello, I'm Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beam, who's in the booth. And it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm pleased to be following this featured group as there are rumours of quite a rivalry kicking off between these two players.
Well, Henny, it sounds like they're trying to beat young Will Zalatoris. I'm really looking forward to this matchup.
Oh, as am I. Wily Will found his way onto the tour in a very unusual manner, and he kept himself there. The pressure is not too much for him. He can handle anything. He's a fierce young man of the future, and I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with his game. Where can you beat him? Where can you see any of those defenses? He's very confident, and as I said, Luke, he can take that pressure.
Yeah, well, he might be slight in stature. I think he's 160 pounds wringing wet, but he's big on confidence and bold with his iron play. There is not a flag he won't fire at, so if you want to beat Will Zalatoris, you better go hole hunting.
Feeling strong, going for less club.
This would be a great up and down from this spot. Oh, well played.
Love watching this player around the greens.
The second hole at TPC Scottsdale is a mid-range par 4, playing 442 yards from the tips. The bunkers on the right side need to be avoided, which leaves a good mid to short iron approach to a green that is bunkered front, left and right, so a good accurate approach required. That's not the one he wanted. Henny, how's that ball lying? It's tough to see from here.
Guys, you know the worst lie you've ever seen? Yeah, times that by 10. This is nasty.
Might get caught up in the brush here. That's not the outcome they were after.
Distance control nearly impossible coming out of this rough.
How close was that to going down? A chance to save the par if he can make this one.
Putt is underway.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Oh, so close. That'll sting a bit. And after that effort, that's how it looks. The third here at Scottsdale plays over 550 yards from the tips. It's a strong par 5, which requires 2 big shots to get to the green. The first shot needs to avoid that bunker on the left-hand side to give you a chance to go for the green. But if you're laying up, it's laying it back to a number between those 2 bunkers that sit on the left side of this fairway, around 150 to 100 yards out. Rich, I know it feels like we say this each week, but I just love being here in Phoenix. If there is one event on the tour that just seems to elevate itself beyond all the others because of all the people that come here to enjoy it, it's this one.
It is certainly a different event than all the others. Now, there's other tournaments that are trying to replicate what they do here in Phoenix, but none of them are successful with it. When you have as many as 650,000 people coming through the gates during the week, you know you're in for a different, unique opportunity here on the PGA Tour. And to play in front of all those folks, even though you know most of them aren't really watching you play golf, they're kind of looking around the crowds and being entertained by everybody else. Still, to have all those people just seemingly right on top of you, it gets to be a little nerve-wracking for some of these players.
Rich, there's plenty of paths to the PGA Tour, but few seem to bash their way to the PGA Tour quicker than Will Zalatoris. It was an immediate impact he had, and it's just such an exciting game he possesses.
Watching him go from the Korn Ferry Tour and essentially bypassing all of that fairly immediately with the 3 wins and getting onto the PGA Tour and having such a profound effect when he was out there really is quite astonishing. Without getting the win, but seemingly in contention each and every week out there, you feel the sky is the limit for what's going to happen with this young man. He is so disciplined in what he does in a round of golf. He's got a great mind in the way that he approaches the game and how he advances the golf ball to point A to point B. He sees this golf course 3 shots in advance. It's just kind of like it's right there in front of him. He reminds me of an old school pool player who he's already made all the shots. Now he just has to go ahead and just sink the next one because he set himself up perfectly for the next one. It's impressive.
Wow, what a save.
Needed it. Needed that in a big way, chipping in for the par.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. The par 3 fourth at TPC Scottsdale, a fairly straightaway hole, but bunkers again, front, left and short right, requires a pretty accurate and solid strike. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
Yeah, this one it's veering off a little bit to the right.
Sitting at 1 over. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill. Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
Didn't quite judge the speed on that one. A 7-footer right here.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
And that's a couple of bogeys on the bounce, I'm afraid.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. The 5th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a strong par 4, playing 470 yards from the back tees. There's a big bunker down the right-hand side that will catch any drive not hit with authority. The approach must be accurate with the bunker on the left-hand side. Anything just slightly missed here will be punished. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
He is right on the 150-yard marker here. Club up. I like this play.
That's some good golf right there. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's 1 stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
That was a gallant attempt. No, that's too bad. And back to the course with the live action.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 28 feet from the cup.
Come on, ball. Don't deny him.
Wonderful putt. And that puts some real pressure on their rival now. Oh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again.
They got their putting boots on here. Look at how this ball rolls end to end. Thing of beauty.
Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard. The sixth hole at TPC Scottsdale is a solid mid-range par 4, 432 off the back tees. And again, it's more position off the tee that's required here with the bunkers on the left-hand side. A bold player is to fly it over that bunker on the left and leave just a short wedge in. Bold players will get off this hole, but the safe strategy lays back before them. Just let that shot be water off a duck's back. This shot from the first cut of rough.
Yep, solid connection. This is looking good.
That's a great shot into birdie range here at the sixth.
A spot in the top 20 awaits if they can make this putt.
And that will drop in for birdie.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Now 3 strokes back after that hole. The seventh here at Scottsdale is a par 3, a straightaway hole, but bunkers left and right of this green ensure that a nice straight shot is required. Opting for the 5-wood. Well, they'd love a little bounce to the right here. And that was a bit of a misfire.
And coming up well short.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Firm back up the hill. This will be a good one.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Putting for bogey. Was on a good line. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. This one's looking good.
And there it is. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Here's Will Zalatoris.
What a... Oh, stop it. What a way to make your par.
And look out, guys. This rivalry looks like it's going to get pretty interesting today as he's making up some ground on his playing partner.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The 8th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a very strong par 4, playing over 475 yards from the back tee. There's a couple of pot bunkers down the left-hand side that need to be avoided so you can get to the green in 2. If you're going hard here, there's a tree on the right-hand side that can prevent a good second shot or a line to the green. 2 well-struck shots required to get to this green, and even then, your par's not secure. Well played, mate.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Yeah, the breeze ruffling their shirt, hitting their back. It's going to be tough to control the distance here.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Well, that's a handy shot.
What's in front of them, Henny?
Yeah, he's got just over 16 feet here.
Okay, steady now. An opportunity to make their par.
Surely it's going to.
Solid par putt, that. Currently at 2 over par. The finishing hole on the front nine at TPC Scottsdale was a par 4, measuring 453 yards from the back tees. There's plenty of room off the tee to the left, just so you can avoid that bunker on the right. There's a bunker short of the green here that needs to be avoided, a short little pot bunker. The 2 solid shots here will allow a chance for a birdie. Playing this shot from around 120 yards.
Went straight down.
And he's not hit the mark on that approach.
Wind is absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
Here's Will Zalatoris.
Puff of wind blowing right to left.
Getting ready to play their third. 5 shots off the lead. Well, you like the look of those hands.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
And Rich, as we make the turn, I'm interested in your thoughts on this player's performance so far.
Well, after 9, so far so good. It's great to see these 2 players stepping up, getting the best out of the games. It'll be interesting to see exactly who's going to be ahead at the end of the tournament.
Couple of birdies and a couple of bogeys. Needs to get something going here today. Nicely done. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Yeah, this breeze just starting to get up now on the course, and it's directly into the face.
Going with the 7. Okay, that'll work.
Standing over this one, and it's a very long putt.
Little birdie look in here.
The old hammer hands putt. 9 feet to the cup.
Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The 11th is a par 4, playing 472 yards and a huge water hazard down the left-hand side. The best line is a drive as close to that water without taking it on. Anything that leaves about 150 to 170 yards in will give you a chance to set up birdie. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 200 yards.
Opting for the 4-iron here. Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. This putt coming up is for birdie. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole.
I think they gave that one too much respect. They didn't want to hit it too hard and go racing past the hole.
Oh, that's a clutch par. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
That's frustrating. Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. The 12th at TPC Scottsdale is a par 3 measuring 192 yards off the back tees. Not much to this hole except the bunkers left to be avoided, although water can sneak in on the right up near the green if anything is slightly pushed. Looks to be going with the 4-iron. Birdies are good. Harness them. Block the bogeys. They're bad.
Wow, showing Will Zalatoris that this rivalry is indeed not to be taken lightly.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie.
This one's looking good.
Oh, that's a ripper. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. The 13th is one of the good scoring holes in the closing 9 at TPC Scottsdale. It's a par 5 measuring 558 yards. Job 1 is to avoid that huge water hazard to the right or the tree on the left-hand side that juts out into the fairway. If you're clear, you'll have a chance to knock it up near towards the green or just laying it back to a comfortable yardage of around 100, 125 yards. A chance for a birdie here to really ignite your charge.
Will this one hang on and find the fairway, or is it headed towards the rough?
Sitting at +1.
And he's down there. You got a read?
This is downhill, can't be too bold.
Just didn't drop. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. A good stroke. And down she goes.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Here's Will Zalatoris. Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The 14th is a strong par 4, almost measuring 500 yards from the back tees. The bunker that sits in the fairway should be covered. Anything around 190 to 200 yards out will give you a green light to go for this flag, although a 4 here never hurts. Sometimes you hit some good ones, sometimes you hit some bad ones.
I'm pretty sure they had their sights set on hitting the green there.
Oh, a little shorty Baker on that action there.
Gary Player couldn't play bunker shots any better than that. Well, this would be a great par putt if he can make this.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. The 15th is a very important hole, the par 5, 553 yards from the back tees. Either makes or breaks around here at TPC Scottsdale. That huge penalty area to the left is to be avoided if you're to make a decent score. A good drive will allow you to go for this island green in 2. Although if you're too far back, no point taking it on as there's water everywhere to collect your ball. Laying up to the 115, 20-yard marker will give you just an easy wedge here and a chance to still make your birdie. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
He's looking at around 14 foot, I'd say. A great opportunity here. This for eagle.
Oh, what a super shot. And with it, he moves to 1 under par. He finds himself in a share of 14th position. Welcome to the jungle, or as they call it here at TPC Scottsdale, the Stadium Hole par 3 16th. It's just a short club, but you miss the green, and a chorus of boos will ring out. Choosing the 9-iron here. Nice shot that. That should find the surface. Left yourself an opportunity.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
And there it goes from the sand.
A chance to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard here.
Oh, get in. Well done. That's a good way to move into the top 10.
Oh, what a shot that was. Why don't we revisit the magic?
Now this is how you putt. Take another look at this.
He's in a share of 9th place. The penultimate hole at TPC Scottsdale's an absolute beauty. Do you go for it or lay up? A drive here that's just slightly pulled will find the hazard to the left. But if you're short right, a chance to get up and down for your birdie and really push for the title. Oh, that is flushed. Get on the green. The power play, you gotta love it.
Oh, loving seeing that aggressive play there, Luke. Great drive.
And this putt to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. Oh, just missed. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Oh, so close.
And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole.
Trailing by 4 strokes. the finishing hole at TPC Scottsdale requires a great drive. The big water hazard down the left-hand side and the Church Pew bunkers make it a very difficult drive. Anything out to those bunkers on the right will leave a good angle approach. But once you hit this shot, make sure you get the right area on the green if you're to make your birdie. And here we are with the third shot. Currently 4 shots off the pace. Handy effort, that one. And here we are with their fourth.
The breeze is moving left to right up there.
Fingers crossed for a good kick to the left. And he's safely on the green with that shot.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 14 feet from the cup.
That was a gallant attempt. Just 3 feet to the cup. And that signs off on today's round. Well, Rich, after a sloppy start, they seem to pull that round together.
Well, that's what they had to do after that opening 9. It wasn't going to be pretty if they had the back 9 to match the front 9. Thankfully, they turned it around, got it back on the back 9. Hopefully, a better day ahead.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports.